Millionaire's deaf daughter lost all hope until a single dad whispered, "I'll help her." The mansion was silent that evening, too silent, even for a house that belonged to billionaire Raymond Hale. He stood outside his daughter Emily's room, heartbreaking as he watched her through the glass wall. 14 years old. Deaf since birth. And recently, after losing her mother, she had stopped signing, stopped drawing, stopped smiling. Her world had gone dim. Raymond had hired the best therapists, teachers, and specialists, but Emily pushed them all away. Nothing worked. That morning, as Raymond sat in his office, exhausted and helpless, his assistant rushed in. "Sir, the new sign language tutor is here." "I told you I'm done trying new people," Raymond muttered. But then the door opened, and a tall, gentle-looking man walked in. A single father. A janitor from the city school. His name was Daniel Brooks. "I know I'm not what you expected," Daniel said quietly, "but I can help." Raymond almost laughed. My daughter hasn't communicated with anyone for months. What makes you think you can reach her?" Daniel held out a worn notebook. Inside were drawings, beautiful drawings signed, Lily Brooks. "My daughter was born deaf," he said softly. "I taught her to speak with her hands, and with her heart. She passed away last year. Emily reminds me of her." Raymond felt a sudden silence inside himself. A silence that felt like truth. "Fine," he whispered. "Try." The first meeting. Emily sat on her bed, hugging her knees when Daniel entered. She didn't look at him. Didn't care. Daniel didn't speak. He simply sat on the floor and began drawing on a notepad. A small bird. Then another. Then a third broken wing, struggling to fly. Emily glanced at it. Her eyebrows lifted. Daniel slowly signed, "It can fly again, with help." Emily stared at him. Her eyes softened, but she still turned away. Daniel didn't mind. He came the next day. And the next. And the next. He drew. He signed. He waited. Until one afternoon, she finally pushed a piece of paper toward him. A feather. Beautifully sketched. She had drawn it for him. Daniel smiled. For the first time in months, Emily smiled back. The breakthrough. Over the next weeks, Emily began signing again. Small words at first, then full sentences. She started drawing, writing, laughing. Raymond watched in disbelief. "What did you do?" he asked Daniel one evening. Daniel placed a hand over his heart. She didn't need experts. She needed someone who understood her silence. Then he knelt beside Emily and whispered barely a breath, but somehow she felt every word. "I'll help you. Always." And Emily, the girl who thought the world couldn't hear her, placed her hand over his chest to feel the vibration of his whisper. She signed back, "Thank you." A new family. Emily asked Raymond one day, "Dad, can Daniel stay? He feels like family." Raymond's eyes filled with tears. For the first time, he felt hope returning. He shook Daniel's hand. "Stay. Please. You've given me back my daughter." Daniel smiled gently. "No, she just needed someone to light the way. You gave her the courage to walk it." That night, Emily sat between them, one hand in her father's, the other in Daniel's, knowing she was no longer alone. Her silence was no longer empty. It was filled with love.